Hey guys, CR Classics here. Hope you're all doing well and are fit and healthy in these tough times that we're having at the moment. Now this video is just going to be a bit of an update on everything that's been going on in the last few weeks and months really, and a bit more of an insight into the magazine feature that I've just had written about me in the Absolute Lotus Magazine. All about the experience of it really, and how close we were to not having it in there because of not being able to get the car started in time, and things like that really. So there'll be a bit more information about that. Also there'll be a bit of information about the Tesla Model 3 that we've got coming in the next week or so, and I now have a delivery date which you know you've been waiting for quite a while. Some of you have been asking where it is, so I can tell you a bit more about that, and also where the Lotus is, as you haven't seen that in I think a few weeks now as well. So I'll be giving you an update on what's going on with that, how they're getting on with it up at Aldridge Trimmers, and when we're getting it back really. So that's what this video is going to be about. So let's start with the feature in the Absolute Lotus magazine. So you may remember a few days before the photo shoot for the magazine, we were having a few problems with the car, and I did make an emergency video telling all you guys what was going on with it. We obviously had the car off the road for I think a couple of months it was, while I was replacing all the bushes in all the rear wishbones, and sort of restoring all the rear suspension really, as it was looking pretty tatty, and I wanted it to look quite good for the summer. And I'm going to do the front suspension when I get round to it, maybe when we get it back from the trimmers. But obviously it had been off the road for two months or so, and we hadn't started it in that time because it's been jacked up and at all funny angles and everything, and we had no need to start it because it was in the workshop. So we didn't plan to start it until a couple of days before the photo shoot, because she'd always been quite reliable, and there was no reason to think that there was going to be a problem with the car. I think the day before or 2 days before we did go to start it, when we went to pick it up from the workshop, and it started, but it was really not happy and it wouldn't tick over at all. And there was no power when you put your foot down whatsoever, and it was misfiring, and it was banging, and it was really not happy. So we took a bit of a gamble thinking it was going to be the electrics, so we ordered things like new distributor, new plugs, new leads, things like that really. And we'd had checked the carburetors, and it was nothing to do with the fuel. So we took the gamble on the electrics, and the gamble paid off when we fitted that. She ran like a dream, and she still does, and she's never run better really. So it was a bit of a blessing in disguise. It just sounds so much better now we've done all that, and she starts so much better in any weather. But that was a bit of a scare, obviously, the day before the car not starting. We'd had this planned for quite a few months, and on the morning of it we met the photographer who came up and met us at the house, and we had a tour of the car, and he was very knowledgeable about Lotus and all the Lotus marks, and lovely guy, and a professional as well. Knew exactly what shots to get when we got to Brinsop Court, which is where we did the photo shoot, which is an old sort of manor house in the countryside. And as you'll see in the photos, I couldn't really have hoped for a better place to photograph it. But like I was saying, he knew exactly what shots he needed and how to make the car look at its best. As you know, it's not finished, or not really near to be finished, although it is quite close now. But at that time, you know, it wasn't trimmed underneath the dashboard, and we just covered the wires up with some carpet really, because we were a bit embarrassed that it was going in a magazine with all wires hanging out the dashboard really. But looking in the magazine, it looks like it could be close to a show-winning car, which is amazing, the power of photography really. So he really knew what he was doing, and I'm absolutely chuffed. And what he wrote as well, about how I feel about the car, and why I do what I do, and how much I love doing what I do, is really good. And I'm really happy with what he's written, and I couldn't have written it better myself really. So yeah, so I was absolutely chuffed with that, and the feedback I've had from you guys as well has been absolutely brilliant on the magazine. All of you saying, you know, how impressed you are with the photos, and it being on the front page as well, which is an absolute dream. I never thought it'd make, you know, a big photo of the car on the front page of the magazine, as you can see just there at the bottom, which is amazing compared to some of the other beautiful cars that they've had on the front covers, and even in that magazine there's some lovely cars in there. It's a magazine I'd highly recommend. As well, which you may not know, the car will be in 2 other magazines which are coming out. I think the one for the Lotus Drivers Club is coming out this month at some point, I think towards the end of the month maybe, and then there will be one in the Club Lotus magazine as well, which will be I think next month, but I will keep you guys updated on the exact date. But that'll be a very interesting feature as well. The next thing, guys, is the Tesla Model 3, which is coming on, drum roll, this Friday. So this Friday coming, we are having the car delivered to our home by Tesla, which is a new, which is something that it's in its trial period of their Tesla handover team. Are now starting to deliver cars to your home instead of going to either, I think it's Birmingham, Bristol, or down south near London to collect it. As that just takes too long, and they can't seem to cope with that at the moment, so they're doing a home delivery service which is meant to be just as good, but not many people have had it yet, so we're quite excited about that, and I'll be filming the whole day, showing you everything about it, from the confirmation email in the morning to taking it for a spin in the evening hopefully. So that'll be something for you guys to look forward to. So that's coming this Friday, and if you don't already know the spec of the car, it's a Tesla Model 3 long range, so it's not the performance one, it's the one in the middle, with the maximum range, but it's still 0 to 60 and I think it's 4.4 seconds, so it's pretty darn quick. So it's sort of Porsche 911 I think speeds, which is crazy, but that's something we haven't really thought about, but something I'm sure we'll notice when we have the car. But that's this Friday, and the spec of it's a Tesla Model 3 long range in blue with a white interior, so hopefully it should look quite nice. But that's coming this Friday, guys, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And finally, the bit you're all maybe here for, or the most important bit to me, is what's going on with my Lotus Elan Plus 2. So it's been up with Aldridge Trimmers up in Wolverhampton for I think about 3 weeks or 2 weeks now, so quite a while, and they gave me a phone call about a week ago saying that it was done, and that they finished everything that I asked them to do on the car, and they've done more than I asked them to do as well. But I've heard today they've done something a little bit extra as well for me, which is amazing, so the car should look awesome. So that's ready to collect, but it's just finding the time and the weather to collect it. Obviously it's just finding a day and arranging something that works really to go and collect it. But we may be going to collect that on Friday as well, or it may be on Monday, this coming Monday. We're not 100% sure, but we're going to try and get it as soon as possible before places start shutting down, because one, I'm excited to get the car, two, I want it home really, so it's safe, and it's with me, so if there's anything I want to do to it I can, and I want to take it out if there's a nice sunny day we can, and three, I want to show you guys the car, because I know lots and lots and lots of you have been asking what's been going on with it, what they're doing to it, have you got it back yet, and what does it look like. So I'll be showing that off as soon as I can. We'll be doing a big reveal at Aldridge Trimmers as well, so you'll see it the first time I see it as well. You'll see my reaction to the work they've done as well. So that's extraordinarily exciting, and I cannot wait to show you guys that, and I'll keep you updated to when I'm picking it up as soon as I can. So, but this has been CR Classics, guys. I hope you all stay well and stay safe, and hope the situation in the world improves. But until next time, CR Classics out.
Is this what you want now? Feels like you're looking for something better.